Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story, and today I'm with George McGuire.
How you doing, Lou?
And if Darth Vader drove a Chevrolet, well, this would be the one that he'd be driving. George, what do we bring today?
Today we have a 1978 black Monte Carlo that was originally a 4-speed, but it is a little different now, a little modified.
Let's go right to our featured
right.
attraction. So with that being said, come right along with me. And here would be Darth Vader Chevrolet. I love the hubcaps. Like
Yeah, those
so.
are Corvette rallies that have been powder coated, you know, for durability. 8-inch rims.
Now the first thing that people will be thinking is, you know, they don't see many 78 Monte Carlos. And how long have you had this one?
I've only had this car a few years, and what you're looking at here is a fiberglass cowl hood, which is pretty hard to find. Anybody that's in the Monte Carlo crowd. I literally had to take a road trip halfway across the country to pick this up when I found it.
Look at that look.
Yeah, it's kind of sinister. That was the whole theme of the car was I wanted to build a driver, which it is starting to become, but I wanted it like a Copo. You know, if Chevrolet made a Copo Monte Carlo back in '78, it would be this.
The emblem right in the turn
Those
signal
are
there.
very difficult side markers to find, nearly impossible.
I just want to show that front end again because that looks,
Kind of looks like a shark.
yeah, Luke, I am your father. Let's take an overall side shot. Let's step back. You know, cars have an amazing way of looking better with age. When you first saw this car back in '78, it was actually more of the luxury line than the performance line. Some of the earlier ones in the '70s had some performance flavor to it. Some nice curves here. I want to show that.
Yeah, the scallop doors, scallop fenders, sport mirrors. But I love the
Tight
angle.
shot.
I love the angle of the roof lines on these G bodies.
Yeah, nice fender haunches. Love the license plate black box.
Black box because you just don't know what's in it.
Let's open the trunk, shall we? And here's the Relic Resto mod piece there. The tail lights. We have this wonderful picture of it.
The grade rendering I had done, guy did a great job. Nailed the theme pretty well.
And all, as you get closer, you can see all custom carpet and the radio in here.
Yeah, it was a nice stereo that got put in.
We'll shut that.
These trunk
Let you
lids,
shut
Lou,
that. Yeah.
to save weights on these cars are aluminum.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that from the factory?
Yes. Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that. Let me do two things.
So the
You get that door. That's a large door.
these doors on all of these cars, as well as the F bodies, were super heavy. Then they always sag, so everything got replaced. Dakota Digital dash, Momo steering wheel. Racing seats.
Let me just step right where you're at for just a minute. I want to show those racing seats. These aren't, you know, when you think seats, you think Recaro or something, but these are cozy.
It actually, those are Pro Car racing seats,
They're
and
comfy.
it really hugs you.
Yeah, I love the feel of these. I'm sitting in right now.
It's got a digital blue LED dash.
If we turn this on, will it show that? I can see a little bit, yeah.
If you turn the key just one over, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that changed everything.
Yeah, so that blue with the black interior, especially at night, really looks cool.
Black and blue.
Yeah.
That's great. And
There's
this
a
has
switch
this,
there to
this has
open up-
air conditioning.
It's original factory air car, like they all were. Everything's been redone. We put a lot of insulation in the car, inside, you know, on the floor, in the doors. Just in case you lose your coffee.
You're not losing it in here.
That thing is all, you know. But we put a lot of insulation in the roof, in the floor, in the doors. So even though this is a pretty raucous car, when you're inside and the windows are up, it actually is quiet, which was kind of the goal, because I do plan on driving this pretty considerably.
This one's crazy. What's the reaction when you're driving this?
This car turns more heads than any car that I've had, because people see this, they first can't figure out what it is, and then they want to hear all about it. And these G-bodies are actually becoming very popular cars. It's a lot of fun. I have great reactions.
Let's take a look under the hood, shall we? I just want to show that as well. And that's painted on.
That's all painted on, cleared over.
Let me see if I can get that angle. So you can see that's paint, but it sure looks like.
You know, it's just another example of the kind of people you meet at car shows, because the guy that did that did a phenomenal job. Nice guy.
This is crazy.
It's got a Dart super high performance, special high
Let me
performance.
show this. The actual tag for the car. I want to show the actual tag for the car. Oh my goodness. All right, and then
It's got a Dart SHP small block. Fast Times Racing built a motor out of Rolling Meadows, Illinois. Graham Jones did a great job. Harold Furo from Furo Headers put in a complete all stainless steel exhaust with cutouts, which you might want to hear here in a little
cutouts.
bit. Electric cutouts, so when you really want to sound like NASCAR.
of course we have cutouts on this.
Yeah.
What else would you could just see when Darth needs the the extra boost, he just hits that.
It's got the electronic fuel injection. We put a Holly Sniper on it. Here, this is
got
just
air.
it's an air-conditioned car. It's got a Jody's transmissions, a high-performance manual transmission out of Pennsylvania. He did a phenomenal job. Helped out a lot with the build.
There's that fiberglass that I was just showing.
Yep, and it's March performance. It's really got the best of everything.
What have you done to the suspension?
So UMI stage 2 suspension, and the whole frame has been, these frames, Lou, were actually pretty flimsy, as anybody knows. So the frame itself, I welded on a lot of
Oh yeah, this'll twist it all.
it tear it apart. So there's a lot lower control arm plates, UMI stage 2, everything, so that the car really is tight going around. It sits flat around the turns.
Let's hear it start up.
All right.
Shut that down. Oh, that's pretty good stuff right there. All right, George, we're gonna run here. George, thanks so much for being on My Car Story. Always a treat.
Thanks for having me. Glad to share.
Thanks.
You bet, Lou.